generation. We've been called for to show His excellence. Hey, all I require for life, God is.
Hi guys, my name is Baredu and welcome back. I'm back. So today I have a story for you. That is, once upon a time there lived this young man. He had a wife. So in order to cater for their needs, he had to go and look for a job. So he went far away, far away to cater for his needs. So he did not have to just stay with his wife, sit down. He had to go and look for a job. So he went. On his way, there was this man he found on his way going to look for a job. This man told him that he can offer him a job. So he agreed and went to work with this old man. So as he was working, he decided that he will not be taking his salary, but this old man will keep his salary for him, so that when maybe he's done with his job, he wants to go home, then he will be able to take his money and go home. This old man was the one who was keeping for him his money. After like 20 years, this old man told this servant that he has to go home. He has stayed for a long time without visiting his family. It has been 20 years since he came, so he had to go to visit his family. He told him to choose between these two things. He would choose one, that was advice or salary. Oh my gosh, advice or salary. It's, guys, I don't know what you would choose, but so many of you will go for money. You work like for 20 years and then someone comes and tells you, do you want money or advice? You're like, oh, you're in a dilemma. So this servant asked him to give him some time so that he may go and think about it, then come and give him his answer. After the 3 days were done, the servant came back with his answer and said that he needed the advice. Like, seriously, you come, work for 20 years, then you are given only an advice. So this old man said, okay, you have decided you want the advice. Then he gave him 3 advice. Number 1 was, do not use shortcuts. Number 2, do not be curious. And number 3 was, do not rush into conclusion. He gave them these 3 advice, then gave him 3 loaves of bread and said, these 2 you will eat on your way. When you're going back home, as you go home, you will eat these 2. Then this other one, you will open it with your family back at home. So he gathered all his belongings. This servant gathered all his belongings, took the loaves he was given, and went back home. On his way, as he was going, he found a man and told him, you can use this shortcut and you will reach home faster. So this servant remembered the advice that he was given by the old man, and he remembered that he was given the advice that says, don't use shortcuts. Don't use shortcuts. So he said, let me go this long way because I was told not to use shortcuts. As he was going, he heard that people were saying that the shortcut, it had so many dangerous animals that could maybe eat him up, tear him up. Like, it was so dangerous for a person to go through that way. So he said that, oh, this advice has really helped me, and he moved on. It was getting late in the night and he had to sleep. So he went and settled in a hotel nearby and said, he settled in a hotel nearby and was in a room closed up. Then he had some noises coming out. Then he remembered the advice that goes, do not be curious. So as he tried, you know that curiosity comes as in you are eager to hear what's happening, you are eager to know what's going on. So despite the urge, he just stayed in his room and followed the advice that goes, do not be curious. So in the morning as he was going, one of the person saw him and said, oh, so you survived. He was like surprised, survived. Then the person told him that, you know, yesterday night there were people who came and attacked this hotel, and whoever was peeping out was also put to death. So he also saw that this advice had really helped him. So as he went home, finally he reached his home, but he saw something. He saw that his wife was seated with someone big, as in looked a young man with his wife maybe touching his hair, like they were really having a serious conversation. So he just felt like, oh, my wife has already cheated on me, she has already moved on with her life. He decided that he will just sleep and ask his wife tomorrow morning who was that person or what was going on. So in the morning he came to his wife and said, so who is this person? And his wife explained that this is your 20-year-old son and he has grown up. You left me with my son here. So this person saw that, this advice of not rushing into conclusion helped me. So he apologized to his wife and said, I thought negatively about you and I went for so many years I did not even come back. Now is the time I come back. So he apologized for everything that he did. So he remembered that the old man told him to open the loaf of bread with his family. As he opened, he found his 20-year salary there. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. So he found it there. They celebrated as a family. They had fun as a family. It was a very good experience. So as teenagers, what do we learn from this experience, from this story? Okay, number one, this man was told that he should not use shortcuts. You know, in life we want to just be successful with shortcuts. We don't want to follow the right path. We don't want to feel the pain. As the Englishman said, no pain, no gain. So we don't want to feel the pain, as in we just want everything like that, using shortcuts, which is not good. You have to go the long way. You have to pay the price. You have to do what it takes to reach your success, to reach your goals, everything. Number two, this person was told, do not be curious. You know, you have curiosity, as in you see your friends like they are taking drugs, you want to taste, as in how does it taste. You are like, I want to taste. Then when you taste today, little by little, you grow, as in you, without knowing, you become addictive. So what do we learn from that? Do not be curious. Even though you feel the urge, even though there is something that you want to do it, but you have to keep control, especially something which is evil. You don't have to partake in it. Number three, do not rush into conclusion. Maybe someone is facing some challenges. You say, she did this, now she's facing this. She did this, she's facing this. He did that, he did. You don't even know the reason why this person is going through this challenge, but you jump into conclusion. You hear your friend saying this about this person, and you are just like following maybe she's right, maybe my friend is right, this person is not good. Don't jump into conclusion. I hope and I know you have learned a lot from this story. This is a very short story but with deep meaning. You can rarely find someone choosing advice over salary. It's very hard to find someone choosing advice over salary. So it's you to make wise decision. It's you to make your own life. So thank you very much for listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at the Winning Generation Team. Bye. Shalom.